guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day hair and makeup tutorial. And happy Valentine's Day, by the way. I hope you are having a fun, safe, and wonderful Valentine's Day. Or just regular day, you know, if you don't like to celebrate Valentine's Day. But I want to show you this hair tutorial and this makeup tutorial to kind of help you out. It's kind of more of a date night, something that I would wear with Garrett if we went out somewhere, or even with my friends and family to go out to dinner. To a nicer dinner. So guys, if you want to get this makeup and hair look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so start with a clean face, and I'm going to use my 9 to 5 cleansing lotion from Lush and put a good bit amount in my hand and smooth it all over my face. Then I'm going to take a cotton pad and just remove the excess lotion that is still on my skin to get all the dirt and oil that has been on my skin all day. And after that's all clean, I'm going to add my BB cream from Garnier. It's the light to medium, and this is just going to be a little bit of sunscreen, a little bit of moisture protection under all of my makeup. And so I'm just going to blend that into my skin. And once you have that down, you're going to take your primer. Mine's the Hourglass Veil, and I'm just going to take a little tiny little bit and just put that all over my T-zone. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline Color Tattoos, and this one is barely branded, and I'm just going to take a little bit and pat it over my eyelids. And you see it's very shimmery. It's in their metallic line, I'm pretty sure, and it just, for date night, I would really highly suggest using a little bit of shimmer, and this base really shines through any eyeshadow to add just a tiny bit of shimmer without being too shimmery. It kind of makes your eyes stand out and sparkle. So now I'm going to take my new palette by CoverGirl. It is the Shimmering Sands, and with a fluffy brush I'm going to take the middle color and put that all over my lid and work it up onto my brow bone. Next, I'm going to take the darkest color on the tip of my brush and pat it into my crease. And then smooth it in and work it to like a V shape. Then I'm going to take a short shader brush, a very dense one, and run the darkest color in the Shimmering Sands palette under my bottom lash line. And bring it into 3/4 of a way under your eyelid, and then brush it up to the corner of your lid. And then you're going to run a little bit of the color to the top, very tightly close to your lash line up top, and then you're going to work it out kind of like a cat eye almost, but this is going to be very, very light, so it's not as harsh as a normal black liquid liner would be. Then I'm going to take an angle brush with my Naked palette, the original first one, and I'm going to take Buck just on the tip of it, and with this I'm just going to slowly start building up the color where I just applied the darkest shade in the Shimmering Sands palette. So trace over what you just did, but on the bottom lash line you're just going to go halfway into your eyelash instead of 3/4 of the way like you did the last color. Next I'm going to take Creep. It's a shimmery black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to put it on the top side of my lash line and then just 1/4 of a way down my bottom lash line, and obviously go over the cat eye section. And so now I'm going to take a regular eyeshadow brush with the lightest color in the Shimmering Sands palette and just barely dust it under my brow, just to have a very slight shimmer. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush with the lightest shade again, and with this we're going to do our inner tear duct just to really brighten the eyes and make you look more awake. Now that we're done with that palette, we're going to move on to our concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in 2 shades. So first shade is the light, which is 1 shade lighter than my actual skin tone, and I'm going to do like a little triangle under both of my eyes and just dab it on in little dabbing motions. Then I'm going to do it up the bridge of my nose and a little bit onto my forehead between my eyes, and a dab between my lips on my Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to take medium, which is actually the color of my skin, and put it on a little bit on top of where I applied the lighter concealer just to darken up because it's a little bit too light for me. Then I'm going to put it on other places I need to conceal, like acne. And since my acne's been worse, I really needed to use a thicker acne covering concealer, but I didn't, so my bad. Then you're going to take your best tools, which are your fingers, and I'm going to use my ring fingers and really blend out this concealer. Which you could also use a brush or a beauty blender, but mine are dirty, and I'm using the next best thing. Once you have that all blended in, you're going to take your powder. I'm using the Smashbox Halo Hydration Powder in medium light. And I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, tapered brush, and just slowly blend it into my skin. And I love this powder so much because it really is hydrating and it covers up everything. Kind of like Bare Minerals does. It's kind of like a powder foundation. So I'm going to use that and just blend everything out and make everything even. And once we're done with that, we're going to take Barely our Naked by Urban Decay and use that just to kind of mattify the shimmering sands colors that are on our eyes, and also to blend out the edges to really make it blend and look more natural. Once you have that down, we're going to take our NARS palette. This says Orgasm and Laguna, but we're going to reach for Laguna with a small tapering brush, and I'm going to use it to contour my cheeks. Then I'm going to take a big blush, fluffy brush and dab it into there and make my cheeks a little bit more bronze and to blend out that contour shade. Then I'm going to take a small tapered brush with the same Laguna color and contour my nose to make it look a little bit slimmer, more structured, and better, really. So what you do, you just draw a straight line and then shade in the sides and then dust the rest of the product on the tip of your nose. Then I'm going to take a stippling brush with Orgasm and just very lightly put it on my cheeks for a very light, subtle glow. Then I'm going to take my Falsies by Maybelline. I love this mascara so much. It's really, really great. So I'm just going to do one coat on each eye. And you can curl right now, but I really don't like to curl my lashes. My eyelashes kind of already curl automatically, and it hurts. It freaks me out. So I'm just going to apply my mascara. And then I'm going to use my ChristineGxoxo, the Pink Whisper, and line my lips with that. And to fill in my lips, I'm going to take the ChristineGxoxo Velvety Matte Lip Crayon in Pink Nude and fill out my lips. And yeah. And after I've done that, I'm going to, on top of all that, I'm going to put my L'Oreal Color Rich Balm in Nourishing Nudes. And it's going to add like a beautiful shimmer and kind of just seal everything in. And it smells delicious too. So, and then last step, we're going to take our Urban Decay Do Me Moisturizing Makeup Setting Spray and do 5 sprays. And then fan yourself to let it dry. And while it's drying, you can go ahead and pull your hair down and start doing your hair. And before you start messing or styling it, you need to brush it out, get all the little kinks and tangles out. Alright guys, so now that our makeup is done, I had already curled my hair from yesterday and I've been wearing it in a bun, which that's a really good tip for you guys. If you curled your hair yesterday and your hair is still clean and fine, just put it up in a tight bun whenever you go to sleep, and when you wake up the next morning it should still have its curl. But that's all I did. All I did was brush my hair out with a flat paddle brush and then just like move the hair back to where it originally curled backwards. So what I'm going to do, see, you'll look at both sides of your head. This side right here is not as pretty as this side over here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sections from this corner of my head right here, split it into 3, and we're going to do an over-under braid. And so all you do is grab a piece from both sides as you go. Try not to hold it too taut because it'll make it for a tighter wave
braid, but we want a much looser braid to make it look a little bit better. Once you have it to right here, you're going to go back and loosen this section. Okay, then you're going to pull your hair behind your head, and wherever it hits the middle part of the nape of your neck, bobby pins, split it, and pin it.
Means people living there have little access to fresh food. According to the USDA, there's about 75,000 residents in those disordered areas.
Like that, and the rest of the hair that you braided, it should fall naturally. But go ahead and pull all your hair over like that. Take your favorite bottle of hairspray. Mine is the Walnut Satin Hairspray Stronghold. Love this stuff. And just fill it into place. And there you have it. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup and hair look. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you recreate this look, or if you're going out for Valentine's Day or doing anything, I would love to see what you guys wore or what your makeup looked like or your hair and stuff. I'm really interested in seeing what you guys came up with. But this is not what I wore yesterday. Me and Garrett went out last night. This is my second day hair curl. And we went to eat sushi. And then we came home and just chilled and watched TV and just hung out with each other on the couch. Nothing too big, nothing too special. And that's what I think Valentine's Day is it's a good but a horrible holiday, because single people or people that are in relationships that expect their significant other to do more for them when it's just another day, you know, it's so much is riding on Valentine's Day. It's just ridiculous. And whenever I was younger, before I'd met Garrett, me and my sister would go to Valentine's Day dinner with my dad. It's more like a banquet type thing, and it'd just be all the dads and their daughters, and just being with them, you know, being special, taking pictures and stuff like that, having a nice meal. And that's one thing that I'm really excited and happy that I was able to do when I was younger, because it made me realize that Valentine's Day is not about being in a relationship. It's about giving and receiving love with people that you know you love, and you know that they love you in return. Like your parents, your siblings, your best friends. You know, it's not about being in a relationship and depending on that one person. And I know this is a really harsh thing to say, but you're never going to be able to truly love yourself with someone if you don't truly love yourself without someone. And I think those are some really good words to really think about and really process. And I obviously know that me saying that's not going to be like, oh, duh. You know, it's a process you're going to have to learn through time. And there are multiple ways you can spend Valentine's Day. One, you can pretend like it's a normal day and just stay in your house, clean, do whatever you want to do. I know it's hard whenever you're at school or you're at work and your coworkers or schoolmates get stuff sent to them, which I've been that person where I've gotten stuff sent to me. I've been that person where I've seen other people get sent stuff, and it hurts whenever you see somebody else get something when you're in a relationship and your significant other doesn't give you something in return. So I've been in both of those situations, and you just gotta really learn not to expect things. And if you don't expect things, good things are gonna happen, because you're not sit there constantly like thinking about it. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. So what I would say is go hang out with someone that you truly love. Need it be your parents, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, whatever, best friends, whatever. Or you could do what I think is an amazing idea. Just stay inside, make you a fantastic meal for yourself, drink a glass of wine, read a book, get in the bathtub, have a spa day, you know, give yourself a good manicure, pedicure, you know, really pamper yourself, because when all that's said and done, you're the one you need to love first, and just to have a you day. So that's all I got for advice for Valentine's Day, guys. But so I hope you have a fun and safe, happy Valentine's Day, and I hope some of my words helped you in some way possible. But if not, you know, you can feel free to tweet, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, message me, anything like that. I'm here to talk to you guys, and I will lend you an ear if you need somebody to talk to. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will talk to y'all very soon. Bye.